Greetings, MBAP 516 Organizational Leadership and Behavior students. This is Dr. Jaros here with a video explanation for how I graded your third exam. So let's look at question number 1. What is organizational rationality and why is it important? What part or parts of the organization are directly responsible for achieving it? Organizational rationality refers to whether or not an organization as a whole is operating efficiently and effectively. Efficiently means that it's getting things done in a cost-effective manner. Effectively means it's getting things done, period. Okay? Those are important because they bear on profitability and competitiveness. Firms that are not organizationally rational will not earn profits and will not be able to achieve their missions in the face of competition. Organizational rationality is the responsibility of two parts of the organization. The technical core, because the technical core is responsible for achieving technical rationality, and then the managerial subsystem, because the managerial subsystem is responsible for the input activities and the output activities and the management of the technical core, which allows organizational rationality to be achieved. Organizational rationality is a function of the efficient and effective operations of the technical subsystem combined with efficient and effective input or resource acquisition activities, and on the output side, the successful disposal or sale of products and services. And that's the responsibility of the managerial subsystem in combination with the technical subsystem. All right, question number 2. List and describe 3 of the 5 bases of social power. Why is referent power regarded as having the broadest reach? Well, the 5 bases of social power are expert power, which is power based on knowledge and expertise. Reward power, which is power based on the ability to make good things like raises or bonuses happen to other people in the organization. Coercive power, which is kind of the opposite of reward power. Coercive power is the power to make bad things happen to other people in the organization, such as be able to fire someone or demote them or cut their pay. Okay. Referent power is power based on social relationships at work. And last but not least is legitimate power, which is power which is based on a perception that someone has the right to command you because they are authorized to do so by the organization. Like, in my case, since Dean Andrews is my boss, I accept the fact that he has the power to tell me what to do because the organization has given him that legitimate power. Why is referent power regarded as having the broadest reach? Well, because it's not limited in scope. For example, let's say Dean Andrews tells me to do something. Well, Dean Andrews only has power over me within the context of the employment relationship. If he tells me to do something while I'm at work, I'll listen to him. But if he tries to tell me to do something, that involves like my social life or my home life, I won't listen to him because his authority does not extend into that realm. But when power is referent in nature, that means it's based on friendship ties or romantic ties. And those apply in all domains, such that, if someone at work is my friend and they ask me to do a work-related thing, I'm inclined to do what they ask me to do. But also if they ask me to do something socially outside of work, I'm inclined to do what they want me to do as well, because the referent domain transcends the work, non-work boundary in a way that other forms of power at work do not. All right, question number 3. According to Williamson, what factors determine whether an organization should hire an employee to a permanent position or a contingent day labor kind of position? Explain. According to Williamson, the 2 factors that impact on whether an organization should hire an employee permanently or contingently are, number 1, whether or not the skills needed to do the job are firm specific or not, and number 2, how frequently the organization requires the employee's services. If in the maximum situation, where we have a situation where an employee is needed constantly by the organization and their skills are highly firm specific, then in that case, the organization would want to hire the employee permanently and with a lot of job security. That locks the employee in so that the organization has access to their work on a constant basis, and it gives the employee an incentive to deepen those firm-specific skills, because the employee is vulnerable. Because their skills are firm-specific, if they are let go by the organization, they will have a difficult time finding a job with another firm. So if you want that employee to really develop those firm-specific skills for you, you've got to provide them with permanent position with a lot of job protection. On the other hand, if the skills needed to do the job are general, meaning they apply to a lot of firms, not just to our specific firm, and if the work is intermittent, like we don't need the employee every day, then it's much better for both parties for the employee to be hired on a contingent or spot labor or day labor basis. Question number 4. Why might it be a mistake for a manager to adopt a closed system mindset when trying to lead their organization? Explain. Well, basically, if a manager adopts a closed system mindset, then he or she has the belief that what happens outside the organization doesn't really matter to the success of the organization. And if a manager has that kind of mindset, then a couple problems will arise. First of all, they're unlikely to engage in creative or innovative thinking about how to better position the organization in the environment, because they don't believe the organization's position in the environment is very important. Also, and maybe even more crucially, they won't process a lot of incoming information from the environment. They won't seek out feedback from the environment about how well the firm is doing and about what kinds of opportunities and threats are developing out there. And that could make the firm very slow and unresponsive if events take place in the environment, like if the government does something or competitors do something that could affect our business. Closed systems thinking will not allow the organization to recognize that and respond quickly to it. All right, I hope this explanation was beneficial to you, and good luck in your remaining classes.